That we should take our marching orders from Al-Qaeda. If they want us off the Arabian Peninsula, we should leave.
No. I'm saying we should take our marching orders from our Constitution. We should not go to war. We should not go to war without a declaration. We should not go to war when it's an aggressive war. This is an aggressive invasion. We've committed the invasion of this war, and it's illegal under international law. That's where I take my marching orders, not from any enemy. We've dug a hole for ourselves, and we've dug a hole for our party. We're losing elections, and we're going down next year if we don't change it, and it has all to do with foreign policy, and we have to wake up to this fact.
He sounds like the Democrats. That was Congressman Ron Paul, the presidential candidate who Tex voters picked as the winner of last night's debate. But some New Hampshire voters from our focus group felt differently. And here to tell us about the surprising feedback from the focus group is political pollster Frank Luntz.
Last night may well have been John McCain's best moment of the campaign so far. In the research that we have done in these debates previously, McCain seemed to lack passion and didn't score well on the dials. But tonight, he had the perfect presentation. Now, you're going to be seeing what we've been showing over the last few months. These dial responses represent the reactions of 29 people, Republican voters. They turn their dials up and down based on whether they want to vote for or against the individual. The higher that these lines go, the more favorable the response. The yellow line represents conservatives. The red line represents moderates. If you go above 70, you've hit a home run. Watch how well John McCain does when he talks about the troops and the essence of respect for what is happening in Iraq.
People in New Hampshire are sad and frustrated and angry over our failures in Iraq. I share their anger, their frustration, and their failure, and I want them home too. But I want them home for the right reasons. I want our troops home with honor. Otherwise, we will face catastrophe and genocide in the region.
He's up to an 87 among conservatives. That's just about as high as it goes. But there's one segment in the debate that he did even better. And it's when he talked about wasteful spending from Washington and his pledge to veto every pork bill that crossed his desk. Again, you're going to see an incredibly positive reaction from the dials. Let's take a look.
My proposal in 2000 and 2001 was not just to cut taxes, but to stop spending. And we let spending get out of control. We destroyed the trust and confidence of our Republican base, of fiscal conservatives. We allowed spending to get out of control to the point where it bred corruption. And I don't say that word lightly. We have former members of Congress in federal prison as we speak. I pledge to the American people, I will veto every pork barrel bill that comes across my desk, and I will make the authors of those pork barrel projects famous, and that's what I've been doing for a lot of years.
That's communication perfection, and it's the reason why more people thought that John McCain won the debate than any other candidate. Now, we also wanted to ask them whether, because McCain has not been doing all that well in the polls of the past couple months, whether they thought McCain could beat the likely Democratic nominee, at least at this point, Hillary Clinton. It's quite interesting to hear what our voters had to say. Let's listen to their comments.
I think he's got the experience as a veteran. He can bring the country together.
But will he beat Hillary Clinton?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Clinton is so divisive. There are going to be many voters that are just not going to be able to put her name on their ballot. And McCain is a respectable candidate. There's nothing wrong with him.
With the approval ratings for the Republicans so low as it now, Hillary would walk over him, I think, because there are people who already have their ideas set out and who aren't going to watch these debates and who are just not going to listen to him.
McCain is more of a unifier. I mean, you hear more Democrats that are pro-McCain than you hear Republicans that are pro-Hillary.
If McCain has the capability to capitalize on it, you really could see a change in New Hampshire attitudes. But I have to tell you guys that these people were very disappointed with how the Republicans performed. It wasn't that John McCain did so well, it's that the other candidates did so poorly. Whether this will have an impact, we'll just have to wait to see. Back to you.
Now, when we come back, I have the videotape that will change the global warming debate forever. We're the only ones that have it. A Hannity's America preview is next. You don't want to miss it.